I just want to let people know the cavalry is not coming.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a viral video. So what?
My name is Adam Gaynor, and after selling 25 million records as a former original member of the band Matchbox 20, I decided to come to Hollywood and open an entertainment company called Creationville. I've shot reality TV sizzles, animation shorts, and even manufactured plush toys overseas. But when it was time to launch the company, I needed help. So I called in a few friends to help us all navigate Hollywood. This is Creationville. Do you know cassette has a front and a back, so you can flip it over and get other music?
Really?
It's like an A side. It's like an A track, except for you couldn't fast forward through A track, so you had to have 4 songs.
Okay.
And wait to the next 4 songs. That should have lasted though. I thought that was a good medium.
Really?
Yeah.
You did?
I sure did.
I'm never going to get that 2 minutes back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, synchronization in 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, we're back!
Look at our studio audience.
In
That
the
is
studio.
super sweet.
This is so exciting. Ready? We have a mystery guest, as always.
Okay.
And
That's not his name, though, is
yeah,
it?
mystery guest.
Oh.
That is his name. Mystery the guest is his
Right.
middle name. I want to say we talked a little bit about it, which you won't see today, but on the pre-show pre-roll, people are going to hear a very, very important day
Absolutely.
that we had, which was
Oh, a little bit of day.
your cat's birthday.
It was my cat.
Your cat's birthday.
They're brothers.
Twins. Brothers.
They're brothers, and they turned 6.
And that's Fifi and Pee-wee.
It's Apple and Bean, but close.
Fifi and Bean?
Apple and Bean.
Strudel and Manja.
It is food based. They are.
Strudel and Manja.
Apple was
here we
named
go.
after
Here we go.
the computer, though, not
What?
Really?
not the food.
Not the vegetable fruit.
My previous cat for 14 years was Mac.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Short
have
for
an affinity
Macintosh.
towards
Yeah.
products
Yeah.
made in Silicon
And I
Valley.
get $1 for every time someone says my cat's name.
And mystery guest who's not being seen at this point, he has a cat or 2.
I have 2.
So between the 4 of you,
As
the
do
2
I.
of you,
4 cats altogether.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
8 legs.
So good.
No, 16. 16. Sorry, my bad.
16.
Wow, that was
not
stupid.
not taking
Yeah.
into consideration the human legs.
8 legs per. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be 16 plus 4.
Yes.
All right. So
I love it.
I want to. There's so much to cover today that I don't want to dilly-dally too much.
I want to get right into introducing our guests. I'm excited to have him here.
Mystery the guest.
Yeah.
That's our guy.
Yep.
So you ready for this?
I am.
Okay. So first of all, I've wanted this guy on the show forever. Okay. This like literally since we started, which was not long ago, but this is my go-to guy.
Yep.
I don't even know. We met at some mixer funder, right? We met at a
Yeah. We
thing.
met at a
Lawyer mixer?
Yeah. I
Lawyer
was like, do we
mixer.
want to be specific? I think it's like our mutual
We
entertainment
can say that
attorney.
or whatever. You still work with him?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's Nolan Hyman.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? Give him a prop. Sometimes we give people a prop.
I'm excited.
Me too. So
Yeah.
let me give you a little read. This is what I do. I read.
Okay. Here we go.
So, you ready? Life is super happy fun time. So tonight's guest is a writer, a filmmaker, on-camera talent with over 15 years experience in the business that is the
Nice.
show business.
Nice.
Okay. He mentors, he teaches, and most of all, he actually loves to give back, which nobody in Hollywood does besides me.
Hard to find.
Do you do that?
I do actually.
kind of
but
believe
it's because I'm a drummer. That's why.
I don't know what that means, but if you give back, that's like, it's giving back. He's originally from Hermosa Beach, that's California.
Yeah, dude. Represent.
Wow.
And he must have some kind of large brain matter because he received an international studies degree from Boston College, I believe, in
Nice.
2001 or 11.
1.
That's 1.
I mean, we can make it 11. That would make me
7
infinitely
years
younger.
old. You'd
Yeah,
be like
exactly.
7.
Yeah, that'd be great.
He turned 7 this morning
Yeah.
with the cats. He studied and mastered improv as well as I heard Mario Kart, which we'll get into.
Yes.
I heard that's kind of what you did. This dude's the real deal. Okay,
love
we're going to
it.
get
I love
more.
it.
We have things we're going to talk about later, so don't
Absolutely.
get nervous if I don't say it all. Currently, he's developing season 2 of a combat sports podcast called Fight Stuff.
Yep.
And I believe you're executive producer and host.
Yes, that is correct.
That's good. Also, there's a top secret project, which I'm not allowed to say.
Don't say
that
it.
I might be able to say, which I'll
Okay,
bleep
say it.
out, that he's working with comedians.
Yes.
I can say that.
You can say that.
Developing, not allowed to talk about it.
Don't say anything.
But I just did.
say it. Go
So
ahead.
we're going to
Say it.
talk about that. It's a podcast thingamabob, I believe, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And while most of us are having a nice cup of coffee in the morning, a beverage, maybe a slice of lemon,
I'm
which for
sleeping.
me,
Mm-hmm.
this human specimen is developing a storied universe for a tabletop card game.
Awesome.
More.
Yes.
He's doing more. He writes shows for Nickelodeon. He's been a showrunner for Nickelodeon. Woo. He's worked on films. He's a member of the Producers Guild. And if that's not enough, Randy, while me and you were watching Below Deck on Bravo, one of my favorite shows. I love the Yachty shows. Do you watch that?
I do. Below Deck Mediterranean.
Yeah, I watch them all.
Nadine Rajabi, who's the
so
she's a showrunner of that show.
So weird. Tell her I'm a huge fan.
Will do.
We're talking about her today.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as if that's not enough, he does keynote and public speaking when he finds the time. I don't know where we're going to start with this dude. A lot to cover, but we're going to try. Please welcome. I wanted him on the show from the very beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, my main man. This is Zeke Thomas.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow, I'm emotional, and I think the show could end there. That's what we always say.
Okay,
That's enough,
cool.
right?
Thanks for
that was
coming.
good. Thanks for having me out. The drive was great, and I appreciate the mug.
Z-Rock, I don't know what to say other than thank you for being here. I know how busy you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are literally the dude, behind the dude, with the dude, for the dude. You are the dude.
Playing the dude.
That's weird. That was that wasn't friendly for
Name
her.
the movie.
Playing the dude?
I'm a dude playing the dude.
Come on, Tropic Thunder.
Thank
Everybody
you.
knows
Oh, I
that.
love that movie too.
And you're saying it.
You
You
were
don't even know
quoting
the
the movie
movie.
in a way.
First
you were
of all,
riffing on
if
it.
you
God.
guys team up on me because you're cat
He's
lovers,
riffing.
this
Yeah,
is
it's
so
true.
disrespectful.
It's true.
Super disrespectful. How's the dog? Dog's good. We got
Dog's crushing it
Dog's
right
on
now.
the move.
Yeah.
Dog's on the move. All right.
is.
So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We talk about business. We talk about I just can't believe the multiple amount of talent that you have.
Thank you. This is the most flattering 5.5 minutes of my life so far. So I really
just gets
appreciate
better.
it.
It gets better. It gets better. We always talk on the show. We have people that are they're amazing at one thing.
Mm-hmm.
They might be a screenwriter. They might be a producer. They might be a drummer.
Okay.
Hopefully they're
Oh my
not
God.
a drummer.
Like
Do we
I
have a
said.
shot? We need a camera. Camera on Zeke. We had an eardrop moment. We're gonna fix that.
Oh, is the other one happening now too? See what's
I
happening?
say we
Yeah.
tape them
Yeah.
right to his
Let's
face.
just get like
no,
a bandage, like an injured bandage.
Yeah. Do we want to go around my eyes or do we want to go around
Next
my
time,
jaw?
by the way,
Awesome.
next time,
Yeah.
Randy, if I knew this, we should have done more of the pre-show interview. Randy has different sized things. Pardon that expression.
I gave him the largest ones, but
did.
I think we should crazy glue him together.
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't want to. I don't know. Did they hear the pre-show pre-roll? They won't know that he's an MMA guy, right? MMA guy.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah.
then so he's got a little bit of that cauliflower
And
ear.
that stands for
Mixed martial arts.
meatball. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No. You're right. You're right. What was it?
Meat mauler.
Meatball, mozzarella, applesauce.
Is that your code name for the army?
Still the worst
That was
ever.
your Top Gun.
Can you
code name.
tell I don't do improv? I would just
No,
suck at it.
not at all. Not at all.
Give me an hour though, and I'll come back with some awesome
Yeah,
ones.
no, perfect. We'll come up with some new riffs
Please.
for MMA, and that will be our code.
You guys, I know that this is a cat club today, and I'd like to move forward.
Did you watch the boxing match the other day?
Oh,
Let's not
God.
even talk.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
like, Adam, don't worry about this. So, anyways, Randy, what were you saying?
Oh my God! I did pay $89.
Oh,
and
we
watch
watched it. I watched
Tyson
it.
Fury, which we
Yeah,
don't know
so
when this
good.
comes out. So this got to have been months ago that we watched that.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler
They all
alert.
die. They all
Yeah,
die.
They all died.
They
Yeah.
all died
So,
in the fight.
I wanna
R.I.P. all of those
listen.
guys.
Well, we could talk about. Look, we'll do sports next show. I want to do a sports
All
cast
right.
thing.
Okay.
We'll
All right.
talk sports.
We can talk
That's
sports
what I
all day,
love
every day.
Most of all sports.
We love cats.
Yeah, I do
Zeke and I.
men's
Yeah, we're
curling,
gonna do the
PGA, and
Okay.
WNBA.
Yes.
I know everything.
Really?
Not really.
Okay.
So, but I do know every sport. All
Okay.
sports, all day. You can ask my beautiful girl.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. 2012, you have a viral hit. Let's
Yes.
get right in. I'm jumping. You have a little jumping in music?
Jump in.
Jump in. Give me something to jump in with.
Perfect.
Randy, that's rude.
That was very 2012, by the way. That was perfect.
So in 2012, you have
Yes.
a viral hit.
Yes.
How to pick up a girl at the gym. How to
Yes.
pick up a girl at the gym.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay. How many views? How long? What's the story?
So funny story.
Yeah, don't worry.
I'm not
Say
even
one
gonna,
out.
you know,
Say
I can
one
go
out.
with one.
Say one
Are
out.
we
you
okay?
can. Yeah.
All right. All right.
I'm going to do this too to make it look good. Randy, will you do this too? Let's have a why.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Here we
let's
go.
do this.
Now I feel,
Yep.
I don't feel
We're
as
all
nearly
gonna do
attacked.
this.
I feel
Here
like
we
we're all
go.
part of the
Let's
same,
go to each
same
camera.
team.
Each camera.
All right.
And we'll make sure we get this down.
This is silly.
Let's
There
move
we
on.
go. Okay.
Let's move on.
So 2012.
Yeah.
It actually, believe it or not, all comes down to mixed martial arts yet again.
Oh, God. I mean,
So-
yes. By the way, I am a giant UFC guy. I watched the first one, so I'm not a guy.
So am I, by the way.
So in 2012, you have a viral hit, How to Pick Up a Girl at the Gym.
Yes. So the story with that is I met my writing and creative partner, Jarrett Sleeper, training mixed martial arts.
Amazing.
Right? We met in the gym. We did a couple projects together. We realized in addition to punching and kicking and choking each other, we were just like, hey, you're kind of funny. You're an actor. You're kind of funny. I do improv. All right, great. So from there, we started making things together. And we made, the first thing we made together was Udaz Do, the way of unarmed self-defense.
Oh, funny. Very funny.
Against zombies.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yes.
Nice.
So
Wow.
it was a live show.
And practical.
Yes, and it was very practical because here's the deal. We tricked people into learning real practical self-defense by making it against zombies.
Yeah, of course.
So like we talked about concepts like getting off the center line and like escape it, you know, like basic core concepts that actually translate to real life.
Yeah.
But when you have a slow moving zombie coming towards you can actually
That's awesome.
move and learn, right?
That's awesome.
So we did that and it was a super fun thing. But you know, Jared approached me one day after class and was like, hey, I have this idea for a video. And we started kicking around some different ideas. And we filmed it at a CrossFit gym in the Valley.
Yep.
And from there, we shot 6 different versions of a video. And the look of it, it was very important that the title was How to Pick Up a Girl at the Gym.
Right.
And it was designed and shot to look like a lifting video pre-Instagram, right? So you often on YouTube would see like bros like psych themselves up, get ready to like lift a massive weight. And so Jarrett played our lifter. He was a super strong guy,
big guy.
right? So you see him sort of like getting around, just sort of like psyching himself up for this giant lift, but the weight is off camera. Right. So from there, he psychs himself up and he's going to perform a clean. Right. So he brings the weight up off camera, right, up to his chest. Right. And at this point, it's revealed that it is not a barbell, but it is, in fact, a girl.
How to pick up, quote, quote, bunny ears,
Nice.
pick up a girl.
Literally picks up a
nice.
girl. Right. And then from there, he actually
Lifts her.
proceeds to push jerk her above his head.
Which, by the way, that's not crossing the line. That's a term.
Yes. No. That
Did
is-
he
that is
practice safe push jerk?
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
safe push jerk her.
Absolutely.
And with her permission.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was 100%.
By the way, I'm
consent.
just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding. That's my
So
bad
from there,
joke.
that's not the end of the video. He then drops her from the top as
Wow.
he
Like
throws
a
her
weight.
onto the ground,
Yeah.
like a weight, like you would with a weight,
Yeah.
and then celebrates.
Oh my God. Was
As
she
if-
stiff? Was she boarded out? Could she keep her stiff boardedness while she fell?
She
important.
did not,
She just
but
collapsed.
that was part of her comedic choice
She
as
should.
an actress.
Sure.
We did have a stunt pad.
I'd like to have
underneath,
planked.
obviously.
I would have liked to
yeah.
seen her plank that out. Although you did better with your numbers that you're going to tell me.
Yeah, and we did well too. So we uploaded this video on a Sunday night at like 10 o'clock at night onto Jarrett's channel because I didn't have any
a lot to
YouTube
cover.
subscribers.
I have a lot to
Yeah,
cover.
sure. So not a lot of YouTube subscribers, whatever. So anyways, we move on and 1 million views over the course of 24.
Hold on. I got the concept. Now let's slow down.
Okay.
And I want to know. So this video, this is why I love you.
Okay.
There's not very many people. I'm taking this off.
Okay.
But by the way, first person, I just brought these in today. And you're the first person because we have so much. I have between 3 and 97 questions.
Okay.
Depending upon how many we do in 30 minutes, will be determining how much I learn about you. So this is the first, I could have brought out a 30-second one, but I wanted that story now.
Okay.
You're a dude.
Yes.
That you're going to find out not one viral video, but 2. And I want to know the stats. I have the stats. 1 million views in one day.
Yep.
9 million views in the first freaking week.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
How long was the video?
53 seconds, 57 seconds.
Okay. So
Yeah.
now here's another thing. So 2 things. I'm going to go to part 2 in a second.
Yeah.
But was that the major part of the liftoff for you to success? Was that like the first major break, or were you doing shows and other things?
Oh
before
yeah.
that?
So I've been an actor since probably 2012.
Got it.
And been doing improv forever and making videos. And prior to that video coming out, I had done a bunch of small, very low res early YouTube videos that are terrible.
Yeah.
5 minutes pre-production, 5 minutes shooting, and then have fun in the edit. And I did them with my improv troupe, who was doing really well, and it was just one of those exercises that just got me really good at editing as quickly and taught you how to produce on the fly.
Sure.
But in answer to your question, no, that was nothing.
That
no
was
one cared.
It's pretty extraordinary, though. 1 million views.
It was, but at that time, no one knew what to do
Right.
with viral success.
I
It's like,
gotcha.
okay, I see this video. It's funny. You guys can tell a joke inside of a minute,
Yeah.
and we're going to license it across TV, which was great financially. But that doesn't mean here's development money. Here's where we see you guys.
Right. It was the early days of the YouTube exploration, and you were just figuring it out. You got lucky. I don't want to say lucky. You were skilled to get lucky, but you had something that people love, so that's not.
Oh,
really
absolutely.
luck.
And getting onto the front page of Reddit, was what really put gasoline on that fire.
And then you make another video that goes viral again, from what I understand.
Yes.
With 100 million views, called "Typical CrossFit Workout."
Yes.
And that was licensed for international TV
as well. Yeah. International TV and clip shows loved us because for the most part, all of our videos were nonverbal for the most part. And it was all either us being ridiculous people or just communicating in a nonverbal way. So it traveled really well across international shows.
Yeah.
So we had clips everywhere, and it was great.
Yeah.
And with that one moved very quickly. And unfortunately, like the YouTube version of that video did like 1.2 million. I don't remember. It's been I don't really keep up on those things.
Sure.
But a lot of other people would upload it to Facebook in the days of freebooting and no content ID.
Yeah.
And so a lot of other people made a lot of internet points by uploading it there.
Understood.
So,
but 100 million views on Facebook.
Yes.
Unbelievable. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Most people are pining to get one viral moment. You created 2. Do you feel like that's something that you're onto? Do you think it's your style, your humor that relates to mass, or is it just lucky as hell? Like, what's this deal?
Well, it's a combination of all those things, definitely. And I will say we actually did it a 3rd time this year by accident.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I didn't get in your stat sheet.
Yeah, why by accident?
Yeah.
Well, so Jarrett and I continue to make videos over this period of time, and one of them was kid comes out of the closet and parents flip. We made this in 2012, 2013, right before an election, and did okay numbers at the time.
Sure.
We had a very minimal YouTube subscriber base, but I would say maybe 200,000 views.
Right.
And then over the last 7 years, somehow, the internet being the internet and the algorithms being the algorithms, this year, people discovered it.
And tell me, just obviously it's not the proverbial closet. It's he was telling his parents his sexual orientation.
He literally comes out of the closet,
literally a closet.
Yes.
So it wasn't him talking about his sexual affiliation.
Oh, he also added that too, but he literally,
he's like, I'm getting to. I feel like it was a joke, like not a parody, by the way, but like it was cute and really well done.
Yeah. So a kid literally comes out of the closet who's probably the same age as his parents.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, and by the way, I'm also a gay.
Right. That's cute.
They're like, we knew that all along. Right. Like, we still love you, son. And then they do a flip first. They do a standing back tuck.
Oh my God.
Synchronized.
Yeah.
Jarrett learned a standing back tuck specifically for this video.
That's amazing.
And broke his ankles because of it.
Wow.
No.
Well, not, relatively.
So talking to the kids out there, we have a little bit of a learning moment, a learning show. So talking to the kids out there, realizing that viral videos are not an exact science. Do you have any tips for most creatives on how to keep I don't curse a lot, but I would like to say how to keep their shit together, staying focused, being on trend, never giving up? What do you think would add to someone who's out there wanting to be an influencer, wanting to make a mark? Of course, it's like trying to be in a hit band. You can't say exactly how to do it. I can tell you to write hit songs and then maybe it'll happen. But with you, do you have any advice on the creative process or anything somebody can learn from?
Sure. I would say a couple things. Yeah. One, always be creating. ABC, always be creating. I would also just be prolific. Do not get precious with your ideas. You haven't had your last good idea. And, for us, and for me specifically, no one ever connected the fact that we were the same guys who made all these videos, which made it incredibly difficult to get any sort of traction.
Right. Crazy.
So we have always just been making our own content, and gradually through relationships, sometimes relationships that didn't pay off for 3 to 5 years, before something happened, in direct relation to something we had made previously. And for me, I just want to let people know the cavalry is not coming. Yeah. Go ahead and make a viral video. So what?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are like, go ahead and make your first feature film and you'll prove to someone that you can do it. That's no guarantee. Right. That's no guarantee that they're going to come in and say, hey, come do the next Marvel movie.
You can make an independent film. It can get even to a festival. It can have some, and still you're just grinding to get to the next one, the next idea. And that's just life.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that benchmark or those watermark, those benchmarks are always changing too. Yeah. Like advice that I give in talks and keynotes and seminars and stuff to aspiring filmmakers, I'm always like, guys, this advice is good for exactly 18 months
Yeah.
because the game is going to change.
So crazy, right?
Right?
Yeah.
And like for the longest time, I've been telling people, because the advice was given to me from my reps and people who are, in development are just like, pilot scripts. Pilot scripts are the deal. Like if your pilot script isn't amazing, then don't even bother reaching out to us. And now that's shifted back to, well, hey, do you have a proof of concept? Do you have a 2-minute short film?
Yeah.
And that's constantly going back and
It's
forth.
maddening. It's a little maddening because you're just trying to create good work, and then you have to figure out what the people want to see, what format they want it in, and you're just trying to stay ahead of the game and create something great. And I always, it is part of the challenge of being in Hollywood is never knowing exactly the right thing to do at the right time. And that's why viral video is a viral video, because you're just trying to do something you love, and either it takes off or it doesn't. And it's a little bit of a maddening game, but it's cool to hear your process, man. To do 1, 2, and or maybe 3 viral videos means you probably have some talent that connects with people, and that's a great barometer for you to have in your.
No, absolutely. I
cool.
think the economics of viral video are kind of worthless at this point, but the fact that like we have a track record of doing it, I think speaks to our creative sensibilities.
I'd say because me and you are the smartest people in the room, besides Randy, who by the way has the IQ of
that stuffed animal.
No, I don't think that's true. I think Randy is the smartest. Actually, Randy is a lot smarter than I am.
Right.
It's true. I'm not happy with that.
Really?
I'm not that bright.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a sip. Do you guys want to take a sip with me?
I would love to.
Yeah, obviously.
Would you like some sipping music? All right.
So, thank you.
And you won't let me use a drumstick, and that's
no. I don't think you're strong enough. So let's move on to the. So let's move on. By the way, you see, I waited for that break. Wasn't that awesome?
Yeah, that was great.
So it got really quiet. So I want to move on.
Yes.
Let me see where I am in my. I have a cheat sheet. For those of you at home, if I look down, it means I'm not intelligent enough to remember the show. That's literally what it means. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
I just touched buttons, and that wasn't supposed to happen.
Okay, no problem.
So you quickly name. So you work for Nickelodeon, work on Nickelodeon, work with Nickelodeon.
So I have a production company called Mind Jam Media.
Thank you.
We're a trusted third-party vendor of Viacom Digital Studios.
Yep.
We just happen to do a lot of work for Nickelodeon with Nickelodeon.
Tell me the shows that you've worked on or working on with them currently and in the past. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
No, we're good. Take your time.
Sure. The first show I did for them was Super League Gaming's Minecraft City Champs, a kids esports gaming competition show. Let's see. We recently wrote on Throwback with Nickelodeon, where we talked about with celebrities from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Let's see what else we did. We also did
There's no pressure.
Don't Go Alone, which is a horror anthology scripted series, which was amazing. What else did we do recently? I'm trying to think. There's
no pressure. Just keep going.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. There's no pressure at all. Let me just go through my. You probably have these on here.
So I do. So let's just stop there. So this is another learning moment. Do we have a learning moment? I'm going to do this for me. So this is a learning moment.
Okay.
I want to take a little pause for a learning moment.
Okay, because I just want to say something.
Yeah, please.
I didn't know this would be part of the show where I'd be pop quizzed on my own career.
Why did that feel like pressure?
I don't know. I don't know why it felt that way.
I was practicing. I'm doing a breathing technique. So
should I be sweating right now? What's happening? Jeez.
Isn't it hot in here though?
No. I think it's just the flop sweat that's just coming down from not knowing what my own IMDb.
I'm 19 degrees too warm.
Okay.
I'm 19 degrees too warm, but I like it like 51. 51 and the barometric pressure around 17.5.
Good to know.
I'd like to continue.
Yes.
So for those of you, I want to know for the kids out there, which is anybody under my age, which is not that young, but not that old either.
Sure.
What is it like working for a major network like Nickelodeon? Specifically for our viewers, what is the grind like producing, writing for a major show on a major network? What is that process like?
Sure. Well, again, to qualify, this is all on the digital side.
Yes,
so,
sir. It's fine. Thank you. No, it's important. I get it. It's important. He doesn't like me saying that he's worked with Mick Jagger.
Right.
Because?
No, it's not that I don't like you saying, I like you saying that.
Yep.
It's that I haven't played with him. I've recorded with him.
I understand.
And then
Yeah, you don't want to misrepresent
I
yourself.
don't want to
Like,
I don't want him to misrepresent.
Wait,
me.
how am I getting this?
It's all Zeke's
No,
fault.
but anyway, so even on the digital side,
Yes.
which by the way, that is important to clarify. What is it like producing? Do you feel stress? Is it fun? Is it intense? What are the kids out there in Kansas today? Oh, by the way, we have audience today in Kansas.
All right, go Kansas.
Kids in Kansas are listening. I think it's the Jayhawks, the home of the Jayhawks, and the Kansas City. With Kansas State. Oh, I'm so sorry.
We're not going with pro teams, no Chiefs.
Yeah,
no.
of course, Chiefs,
Okay,
of
okay.
course. The Royals.
Yeah.
We can. Do you know the men's curling team is the Kansas City Jaybirds? The Kansas City. Anyway, what is it like? That's a lie. What is it like? Is it a grind? Are you freaked out? Do you get pressure? Do you sleep? Do you not sleep? What's going on with you?
No, I enjoy the
Yeah, it's
process
fun.
of it. You know, I enjoy it. You know, the only tough part from time to time is dealing with people higher up in the notes process from
course.
time to time.
Yeah.
You know, you have a great relationship with your development executive, and you're usually on the same page from the word go. And that relationship has been built up over time. But as that project gets passed up the chain of command,
Yeah.
a lot of people have additional notes. And sometimes they're unfamiliar with the project. Sometimes they give notes that are conflicting
Yeah.
with their own notes.
Yeah, of course.
Which is my favorite part of being a creator, and that's not exclusive to this organization.
Yep. Of course.
But yeah, it's incredible where you're just like, all right, I understand where we're going, and then we're hitting a U-turn before the end, and you're just like, okay. It's almost like getting the note, like, make it more edgy. Like, what does that mean?
Exactly.
That's like the worst note to ever get to any,
And
to any creator.
As a creator, it's maddening just because you have a vision, you know what you're doing, and then someone has to sit sometimes, and we're not saying what specific network or whatever,
Yeah.
but they have to give you input because they want to give you input. Like the curtains should be blue, or maybe he shouldn't say that and he should smile. And it's not going to make a difference, but sometimes they want to put their input on it. Sometimes it might be helpful and productive and not.
Sure,
really.
and I'll say, believe it or not, it's actually worse on the branded side,
Yeah.
personally. And like that's one of the reasons why I really haven't gotten into the commercial space in a long time, just because working with brands that are cool and give you creative freedom is awesome. But the chance of that happening without people who don't specialize in making content are pretty great, where they just give opinions. And that's one of the reasons why I now have 2 video villages whenever I do branded content or commercials, one for the client and one for myself, because I don't want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
You know,
And the video village for our layman people.
Yes. So when you're on set and
I love this. It's a learning. Hold on.
That's perfect. No. That's a learning moment.
Tell me
There
what
we
a
go.
video village is on set.
So Video Village is where all the a feed from all the cameras that you have on set comes to one specific place.
Yep.
And everyone can sit around there if they're invited, or if you're like me,
It's
I
cool.
sit
You've
there.
seen it.
I have.
We've seen it in movies. There's a bunch of people gathered around, monitors, headphones, little seats with their names on it.
Yep.
Video Village.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. We've accomplished that.
Okay.
Now let's move on. Let's move on. I had a question. Oh, no, I didn't. What is my other tangent music? We got, there's one more
two.
we're missing. So I want to tell you a little story about when I was in this band thing that I was doing. So I was in this band.
What band was it?
Yeah, what band were you in?
I don't usually say. It was a big band.
Okay.
Whatever. So it was pretty big. It was like global.
I remember the name, but I don't remember the number. I know there's a number, and I know it's
every
in
time
the
he
Seven
says-
Mary 3.
It's
That's what it
double.
was.
What a
Yes,
reference.
I knew it.
Whoa, where do you get that? Was like our guys in Orlando.
Yeah.
That's an amazing reference. I'm like freaked out by you even knowing that. I have on my Lucky. If I say Lucky and my tongue stays tight. That's a 7 Mary 3 song. That's my favorite thing. One first on my 90s playlist.
Really?
Number 1 song. Okay, back off the
Okay.
So
Sorry, okay.
talking about the notes, I just
Yes.
want to say
Yeah.
that when we made this major record and it was done,
Yeah.
we get a note from the people, the powers that be,
Yeah.
redo the record.
No.
The whole
Why?
record.
Why?
They didn't like the vibe. So we had
Oh my God.
No, you have to understand. We spent months making a major record,
Yeah.
and then we get a little note.
Yeah.
Make it more edgy.
Make a different record. and we had a band meeting, and our producer, we all sat together, and then our singer, who I love, God bless you, good to see you, if he's watching.
Yeah.
Probably not, but I love you if you are. Great guy.
Mm-hmm.
So we all said, no, we're not going to redo, like literally fire us, throw us up, whatever. We had no success really yet.
Yeah.
And we just said no, and we sold 18 million records.
Did you count every one of those?
No, this morning. I mean, this morning we sold 18 million
really?
today.
Today?
Yeah, today. Before, as I was driving into the show. So we had 16, and then, I don't know what time it is, but I'm sure it's up to 18.
It's not
so you sold CDs in 2020?
Cassettes.
Oh, okay, got it.
Wait,
Not
2020?
Yeah.
Oh, you tricked me.
What?
I thought you meant back in the 1820s.
Oh, gotcha. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to
in the
mislead you.
1820s, we would write the music down, and there would be a guy, like remember the Flintstones, where you'd open up the tape recorder, and the guy was in there doing the little bird with a beat. Anyway, let's get back to the show.
I'll be right here.
I can't believe we wrapped up the show. I want to talk before we go.
Yes.
Thank you for the tangent. That was I did ruin the show.
How did you ruin the show?
Well, I added to it. It was good. So I want to know as if all of the things we talked, we're going to have you on for part 2.
Okay.
So we're going to have I think 24.
Because I feel like we've covered 2012.
Yeah.
Which was a good year. Which was a great year, by the way.
So hold on. As if we want to talk about the Poseidon performance training.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Is that
sure.
what I want to ask you?
Yeah.
What is the thing that you want to discuss most in our time together left?
Well, I'll say this.
Give me an overview of what you'd like to discuss about all the projects.
Sure. I would just like to say that what's really occurred to me in this year, my 41st year on the planet, and in probably my 16th year of trying to be a professional artist, is that I feel like I should never have limited myself to one specific thing.
Yeah.
And I think that changed definitely with the advent of YouTube and with technology, coming into our phones. But, I don't know about you, but when I was coming up, it was like, pick one thing and get really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
now my life is like, I do 8 different things at a pretty high level.
Yeah.
One of them is like, probably one of the best jobs I ever had. I was the voice of Apple computers for like a year. Wow. And it was amazing.
Wow. What? Wait, what? I just wowed that without really even hearing that. What does that mean?
So I accidentally found a career in voiceover for
So
a
we
year.
heard you on all the ads?
So with all of the in-store, all of the tutorials,
What?
all of the
that note.
welcome to Game Center, come do this thing, welcome to iPhone 4S, and doing all that thing. And
that's ridiculous.
Learning the signature of Apple, which is you go up and then you come down.
He's got
and
a nice
learning how you
voice.
do all that
He has
stuff.
a very nice voice.
Yeah, and that was before I had voiceover agents and all that stuff. And it was one of those great jobs that I never saw myself doing. And now it's like one of my 8 different things I do in and out of show business.
Sure.
Do you have a voiceover agent?
I do. Yeah.
Nice. That's very cool.
Yeah. And so that's one of the things. But anyways, I just was going to say, being a diverse creator, don't limit yourself. And for me, on nights and weekends, now I have a strength and performance training business. And I've been a lifelong athlete, and I don't shy away from it. And I don't tell people I don't, to be like, oh no, I also enjoy this really bro-y thing, as opposed to just being an artist. And I felt like the advice for so long was just just tell people exactly who you are. And I'm like, no, this is part of who I am,
Do you think, so this is actually a great question, because sometimes we always support people that have one interest, and then whether you're an accountant, because not everybody that's watching this is either into Hollywood or either they're just trying to find a creative edge to find success. I try to preach to people about, you may be an accountant, but maybe you want to open up that floral shop. So let's figure out a way. Let's figure out together. Let's get it done. Find 15 minutes a day. Focus on it. So for you, so what I like to do is, some people get yelled at for being an octopus and being so scattered and not focused. And by the way, I've been one of those people. I've made animation. I try to make TV reality things. I've done plush toys. I do a lot. Yeah. But I think at some point you got to focus and launch. You got to get in the trenches, make sure that the one success is going. Then I think it's okay. But there is a very delicate balance to just saying, try everything, to I think you need to try everything when you're beginning out, maybe, so that you can find your niche, because maybe you want to be an actor, but wow, by the way, maybe you're producing well, maybe, oh my God, you're funny and you're writing. And so I think it's important to try, then it's important to kind of maybe execute. Then I think you scatter out a little.
I'll even, let me amend that by saying, my personal philosophy is go where the water is warmest.
Nice.
And for that, what I mean is, if people are asking you to write, go write.
Of course,
if they're asking you to do music, go make music.
Of course.
And if they're like, hey, go talk into a microphone. Go talk into a microphone. Listen to what people are telling you. And for me, I've realized that my on-camera acting stuff, no one really wants me to do that right now. And I am very okay with that. When it happens, great. When they have me host things, super happy to do it. But you know what? The warm water for me right now is writing and creating, and specifically like podcasting has just been a real hotspot for me as far as where people want my creative energies to go.
Sure.
And that doesn't mean I don't love any of the other stuff.
No, I think it's really cool. I think it's super important to kind of just test the waters, have fun, enjoy what you're doing. And for you, you've been super successful in multiple formats, so I kind of applaud that.
Oh, thank you.
Any social media things you want to plug? Anything you want to, like a website, a Instagram, a Facebook?
Sure. Instagram, Zeke Thomas is rad is my Instagram.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really direct and to the point.
I'm a fan.
I'm going to follow the crap out of you.
Please follow. It's pretty good.
That's
you know, one of the things I do there is it's a lot of me sitting in front of a laptop. So I do a lot of gym stuff and surf stuff and hike stuff just to like document that, as well as my cats.
I thought you meant that you literally, all the pictures are you sitting in front of a laptop, which actually I like that as an Instagram. Literally just your back and a laptop, and that's the whole.
Well, that's me 70 hours a week.
So you try to show more of your diverse world.
Yeah, exactly. I try to, just because, you know, what we do sitting, you know, pushing pixels a lot of the day is not the most interesting content on the face of the planet.
And most people don't like my dog pictures.
Really?
Yeah.
How can they not?
I don't know. They probably do.
Yeah, they're terrible people. Yeah.
I cannot thank you enough for being on the show. You know, big fan.
Yeah, no.
So proud.
Big fan of yours.
So happy you came out. Next time we talk more mixed martial arts. I want to get into sports.
Let's do a sports cast.
There's so much to talk about. Want to thank everybody. Randy Cook, best sidekick, best psychic sidekick.
Thank you, Adam Gaynor.
He always thinks I'm saying psychic instead of sidekick. It's a thing.
It sounds like he's saying
psychic.
Best sidekick. And then we have the
Do you have psychic abilities?
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh my God. Just remember, everybody, you guys have a crosstalk.
Right here.
You guys can crosstalk. I'm going to say to remember to keep your horsey blinders on. Look straight ahead. Don't listen to the noise. Stay in your lane. Let's do this together. We're here trying to learn this all together because it's all doable. We got this. Thank you guys so much for being on the show. We'll see you next week. No outro music today. Right. We won't have any outro music. That's Showbiz. This is Hollywood. I'm Adam Gaynor, and you have been in Creationville. Woo! Zeke Thomas has 2 cats. YouTube influencer hosting my guest. Works in Hollywood and fights just for fun. Then he directs videos. When he is done, he's number 1. My guest, Zeke Thomas. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope we made you smile or inspired you to do something great. Please help us make this show a success by tagging 3 friends, like our post, sharing, and most importantly, leaving us a comment and subscribing. That means a lot. Don't forget to go to Creationville.com to subscribe to our industry blog that features tips, pointers, and your chance to win a free Edgar Pingleton plush toy. Thank you so much, and see you next time.
Zeke, awesome, bud.
Thanks, man.